Welcome everybody into the Huntington Beach Oilers pregame show with your host, Dominick Lorenz. It's a little bit of a different pregame show today because I'm sitting here in Southern California. And again, this is the night before game one of the NHSI tournament. And I'm on a Zoom call with manager Benji Medure. I know we're different sides of the country right now, but Benji, how you doing from Cary, North Carolina?
Technology, Dom. Technology is an amazing thing. No,
I
I'm good.
know.
I'm I'm tired. We got in late last night and we were up early this morning. And I've been kind of running around and just trying to get settled here and preparing for these next 4 days. And these are some. I'm trying to have fun. My wife told me just go have fun, and I told her how stressful this week is, but it's about to start. The storm is coming, with baseball, and I got to mentally prepare, and I'm going to get a good night's sleep as soon as we get off this Zoom call.
Exactly. And, flights were good. Luckily, you guys got there safely and soundly. And today was a big day, even though there's no games today. At least when we record this, you guys had your first team workout today, got affiliated with Cary, North Carolina, coming in as reigning champions. What was that workout like today for the entire team, just to kind of screw on your head straight and just get in the mindset of, guess what? We're gearing up for a 4-day tournament. The work starts now.
Yeah, I mean, we were able to have a pretty good practice, and USA is great. I mean, they escort you in, and it's just a big deal. Like it's a big deal to get the lay of the land kind of thing, especially for the new guys, who have never been here before, and they get to experience all the excitement and all the hoopla, when you walk in and it's the roll of champions and you get to see, all the champions over the last 10 years, 11 years, and we're lucky enough to have won it twice, like that's a huge deal. So for our kids to see that and kind of get used to it before it actually matters, I think is huge. To be on the playing surface and see I think this is the biggest thing, and I don't know if anyone really realizes the sizes of the fields here in North Carolina are they're enormous. They're big league fields. They're 330 down the line and 400 to dead center. So we're playing on big league fields, and it's just not the same as playing on high school fields in Southern California. So to get used to the size and the angles for our outfielders, and just the very fact that it's hard to hit the ball out, and so we have to kind of change our game a little bit and make sure that we're hitting more line drives and we're hitting the ball on the ground, and we're doing those things. And base running becomes a huge part of this, going first to third or first to home on a double. All of that worked into the day, and we talked about all of it, and it was a great day. It was a good day of practice.
Getting off the bus today and walking on the complex and getting ready for practice, and maybe even tomorrow morning, for the 10:30 a.m. game, Pacific time, 1:30 Eastern against St. John's Country Day. Is there any added pressure in your mind coming in as the reigning champions from 2023? Because, everybody would say, okay, you got the target on your back. Everybody's coming for Huntington Beach because they are the winners of this tournament from the year before. Do you feel any of that, or is it just, we got to focus at our business and our business only, and the rest will take care of itself?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said there's absolutely no pressure in this is the new year. Obviously we come back and it's right there. Like as soon as you walk in, there's our flag, as the champion from last year. So, obviously people are gonna be, coming after us. But you know what? I think it's for all the Southern California teams. I think Corona has a big target on their back being number one in the nation. I think Orange Lutheran has a big target on their back because they've won it multiple times. Harvard Westlake has a big target on their back because they're they've been here before, and they're a powerhouse school from Southern California. So, there's pressure on all of us. I guess being the reigning champion, there's a little more on us, but I welcome that. I want that. I love that. And there's no other way to be, like I really think that, bring that pressure on and bring that, if you want to beat us, then come and beat us, like that's our attitude. And hopefully our kids have that same attitude, like I think that if we have the attitude of like, yeah, we have a target on our back and we don't care, and we're going to beat you on your best day, like we're gonna come after you. So you've taught me that, right, Dom? Like the sharks don't nibble the attack.
Exactly.
So we're
Yeah, I think it's one
go
of
ahead.
those I think it's one of those situations where you almost take it as a suit of armor and you have that swagger going into the game as fine. If you want to put the target on your back, we will embrace that and we're going to play like that and come after us with your best shot. And coming into this game, before we get into St. John's Country Day and what this matchup has in store, just do a little backtracking a little bit. You finished off the Boris Classic beating Etowanda 4-3. Big day on the mound. Caden Clem came in a big spot. Andrew Bordelis did a great job. Jake Fromm was able to get out of a bases loaded situation in the 7th. And John Petrie was big with a 3-run blast his first of the year. How did that win encompass the entire experience of the Boris Classic this year? And how do you feel the team responded after that late, long loss to Mater Dei to bounce back against Etowanda?
I mean, for one, I think the Boris really taught us that we're going to use all 35 guys on our roster, and that everyone's important, and that everyone can contribute, and everyone can and be a part of this winning recipe. And we use guys that we didn't normally use, and they were successful, and that kind of prepped us, and it gives us a plan for what we can do to finish off this tournament. And so, if we do get into a situation where we're in a semifinal game or the championship day, and we got to throw some different guys that are going to have to step up. I think that helps us in a way where we've already seen it. We went through it at the Boris, and they're prepared. I loved how we bounced back on Friday. I wasn't happy with our intensity early, but and I made the kids, they knew. But I loved our fight, and I love that we got that out of the way, that the kids understand that you can't be conditionally tough. You can't just be tough one day and then the next day, you kind of take the day off. Like that's not how life works, it's not how, being an adult, like there's, I don't care if you're sick. I don't care if you're tired. You have kids and you're married, and you got to step up, and you got to be there, and you got to bring the intensity every day. And I want the kids to know it. And I think they understand that now. And I think the Boris was that learning process. So hopefully we take that into this week, and those kids step up, and we show our toughness, and we're ready to go.
It's a ground and pound fight each and every day. Last thing before we let you go and get ready for this morning's game, St. John's Country Day. We faced them once before at the NHSI tournament. You're kicking off the tournament this year against them. It's California West Coast against Florida East Coast. It's that good old East versus West battle. Nathan Aceves, I believe, is going to be on the bump for round number 1 here against St. John's Country Day. What is Aceves got to do as the senior? What is the approach to a very good quality team coming out of the state of Florida in St. John's Country Day?
I mean, with Nate, I think he has to be aggressive. I think he has to pitch to his park. Like I said, the park is huge. It's going to take a big man to be able to get the ball out of there. So trust his defense, be efficient with his pitches, try to force contact instead of trying to strike everybody out, and be in attack mode. And as far as our hitters approach, we're facing a tough lefty. He's kind of like he kind of not drops down, but a little crossfire. It almost looks like it's coming from behind our left-handed hitters, bearing down into our right-handed hitters. And, he's tough, and we have video on him, and we're watching it. We're trying to, Coach Rizecki was trying to replicate that today in batting practice. And I think we have a good plan, if we get some pitches up, and as long as we don't get big and we don't try to, I think if you see us flying out lunch tomorrow, we're going to be in trouble. And I think if we lower our trajectory and we hit the ball on the ground and we hit some line drives, I think that's what's going to win game 1 tomorrow. So hopefully we stick to that plan.
Well, that's the game plan right there for manager Benji Medure. The Oilers back in Cary, North Carolina for the 2024 NHSI Tournament. Reigning champions. Take that target on your back, go in there, have a little swagger in a game 1 against St. John's Country Day. And let's keep winning, because I like talking to you before every game, getting a little bit of a mindset. I wish I was there with you guys to be there in person, but I'll be holding down the fort here on the West Coast, and hoping to see another championship being brought back to Huntington Beach.
I can't wait to hear the broadcast, the remote broadcast from your end, man. Like this is so cool that you're able to do it, and USA is able to live stream it and then have you announce it. Like, this is big time. So we'll be doing this interview tomorrow because we're going to bring home that win, and we're going to keep this good luck charm going.
That's absolutely right. Get some sleep tonight. Enjoy. It's going to be a bright, sunshiny day tomorrow, or at least I think it's a little cloudy in North Carolina tomorrow. So I guess Huntington Beach will have to bring some of that Surf City sun to North Carolina. That's what we got to do tomorrow.
That sounds good. Thanks, Tom.
Perfect. Thanks, Benji.